Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to be going over vocabulary from our story, Animals Come Home to Our National Parks. We've already read this story, we're just going over vocabulary for review. Our content objective for today is that students will demonstrate knowledge of vocabulary words completed, journey, roam, natural, and wildlife by providing an illustration, sentence, and meaning for each word. And our language objective for today is that you'll be able to share each vocabulary word in a sentence with your shoulder partner. I'm going to put a picture up on the board of a wolf. And I would like for you right now to share with your shoulder partner what you remember about a wolf from our story. Okay, signal please. Who would like to share what them and their shoulder partner talked about? Schneider. That they're on the top of the food chain. Excellent. Now I'm going to change our picture to an elk. Now I would like for you to share with your face partner what you remember about an elk from our story.
They traveled
2,500 please. Who would like to share what them and their face partner talked about? Tyler.
They traveled 2,500 miles from Canada to North Carolina.
Excellent. They traveled from Canada to North Carolina to be reintroduced into a park. And now I would like to go over our vocabulary for today. Again, we already learned this vocabulary. Today is just a day for review. Okay, so I would like for you right now, our first word is completed, to share with your shoulder partner the meaning of completed. Okay, signal please. Who would like to share with the class the meaning of completed? Daisy. It means that you finished it. Okay, now in this sentence, it was a cold morning in January when 28 elk had finally completed a long journey. I would like for you to now share with your shoulder partner what word in this sentence can help you figure out completed. And if no words in that sentence help you, then read on to the next sentence. They had traveled 2,500 miles by truck from Elk National Park in Canada to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in North Carolina. So now who would like to raise their hand and tell me what word or words help them figure out the meaning of completed? Tony? A long journey. Excellent. Are there any other words that help you figure out the meaning of completed? Adar?
Traveled.
Travel. Okay, are there any other words? Stacy? Finally. Excellent. Okay, now, please share with your shoulder partner, completed in a sentence.
I completed my long journey from North Carolina to Asia. No, I completed my long journey to Thailand.
Okay, signal please. Who would like to share their sentence with the class? Jalissa. Your hand was raised. Okay. Who else would like to share? Yes?
I completed my homework.
He completed his homework. Excellent. He finished his homework. Great. Are there another sentence? Brissa? She completed her chores. So she what her chores? She finished her chores. She completed her chores. Okay, excellent. Now we're going to move on to our next vocabulary word. Which is journey. Now share with your shoulder partner, what is the meaning of a journey? Okay, signal please. Okay, who would like to share their meaning for journey? Hamiko?
The new kidney table took a long journey from store.
Okay, can you repeat your sentence?
The new kidney table took a long journey from our classroom from the store.
Excellent. Our new kidney table in our classroom took a long journey from the store to our classroom. Excellent. So it took a long trip. Okay, okay, I just asked for the meaning. He gave a sentence which was excellent. But what is the meaning of journey? Moses? What did Christopher Columbus do? He made a long journey, but what could be another word for journey?
A long trip.
He made a long trip. Excellent. Now, I would like for you to share with your shoulder partner a sentence using the word journey. Okay, signal please. Who would like to share their sentence? Brissa. Brissa took a long journey from Oregon, where she was born, to Florida. Excellent. Who would like to share another sentence? Christian. Christian took a long journey or a trip from Naples to Canada. Excellent. One more sentence? I see a lot of hands. Tyler, you want to share your sentence?
I took a journey from my house to school.
Okay, he took a journey, a long trip. So if he lived far away, he would have taken a journey from his house to school. And it says a journey is a long trip. Okay, our next vocabulary word is natural. Share with your shoulder partner the meaning of natural. Okay, signal please. Who would like to share their meaning of natural? Yeah. Okay, the cat has a natural environment. Is there another meaning? So that's a sentence, sweetie. Right now we're working on meaning. What is the meaning of natural? Steve.
Natural is something that happens by nature. It happens naturally with nature.
Okay, something that happens by nature. So, in the sentence, today, park rangers work to restore the balance of each park ecosystem. that you're bringing plants and animals back into their natural environment. What word in this paragraph or words can help you figure out the meaning of natural? Izar?
Environment.
Environment. Excellent. Are there any other words?
Animals,
And plants and animals. Excellent. Now please share with your face partner a sentence using the word natural. Okay, signal please. Who would like to share their sentence? Somebody who hasn't yet been called on, please raise your hand. Okay. Daisy? The animals had a natural home, so they lived in nature. Excellent. Is there another sentence? Moses? Natural is not man-made. Excellent. Okay. So natural is something that is made by nature or is not artificial. Okay, our next vocabulary word is roam. Remember, I am roaming the classroom. So please share with your shoulder partner the meaning of roam. Okay, but you're sharing with your shoulder Okay, signal please. Who would like to share the meaning of roam? Tony, would you like to read? You're walking around aimlessly with no purpose. So if I'm roaming the classroom, I'm walking around aimlessly without a purpose. There's no reason. I'm not walking to say hi to Moses or walking to say hi to Dejanico. I'm just roaming the classroom. Hi, now share with your shoulder partner a sentence using the word roam. Okay, who would like to share their sentence? Yeah.
I roamed around the school.
I roamed around the school. So after school, she's just here hanging out. She was roaming the school. She was walking around without a purpose. Schneider? He roamed his house. So he was walking around his house without a purpose. Daisy? Okay, well, now let me ask you a question. Daisy's sentence were that the teacher roamed around the classroom to see how the students were doing on the test. If she was walking around the classroom to see how the students were doing on the test, was she roaming? No, why wasn't she roaming? Moses? Because she had a purpose or a plan. But excellent, Daisy, you were right on track. Okay. So it says a person who roamed moved around with no purpose. Alright, our next vocabulary word is wildlife. Please share with your shoulder partner the meaning of wildlife. Okay, signal please. Who would like to share the meaning of wildlife? Yeah.
Wildlife is like when the animals are really affected with the
Exactly. Wildlife are animals who live in the wild. So would your dog at home be wildlife? No. Wildlife are animals living in their natural environment. Okay? So a dog living in a house wouldn't really be his natural environment because you went to the shelter and you adopted the dog or the cat.
Was it mine?
What?
Is it a tank?
Yes, it's tame. Excellent.
Or mine?
So now please share with your shoulder partner a sentence using the word wildlife. Okay, signal please. Okay, now just one person's going to share their sentence. Who would like to share their sentence? Somebody who I have not yet called on. I'm going to call on you, Daniela. Would you like to share a sentence with wildlife? Okay, well, I would like for you to come up with a sentence real quick. We said wildlife are animals living in their natural environment. So what could be a sentence using wildlife? Excellent. Animals that are not pets or who don't live in your house are considered wildlife. Great job, Danielle. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to be doing our four-cornered vocabulary. Cool, right? Here's our worksheet. So what we're going to do is in each box we're going to put an illustration, a sentence, its meaning, and vocabulary words. So today we have 5 vocabulary words, right? Which were journey, roamed, completed, natural, and wildlife. So in box 1, I'm going to put my illustration on my first word. In box 1, I'm going to put my sentence for my first word. In box 1, I'm going to put the meaning for the first word. And in box 1, I'm going to put the vocabulary word. So you're going to do this in your centers. But right now, I'm going to demonstrate how this is going to be done and how I want you to do it. So I'm going to pick to do wildlife. So I'm going to do an illustration of wildlife. So I'm going to draw a panther. Okay? It's not the best panther I've ever seen. It looks more like a cat. But that is a panther. So that is my illustration for box 1. Now I'm going to write a sentence. So I'm going to open up my box and write a sentence. So I'm going to write, there is a lot of wildlife in the Everglades. And then after you write your sentence, I want you to underline the vocabulary word. So then you're going to underline wildlife. Okay? Then I'm going to write the meaning. So what was the meaning of wildlife? Moses? Untamed animals are animals living in their natural environment. And then I'm going to write in the last box, in the last corner, I'm going to write wildlife. So now I know that my box 1 is going to be wildlife. And I'm going to do the same thing in each of the boxes for all my vocabulary words. So in 2, you're going to pick another vocabulary word and do an illustration, a sentence, a meaning, and write the vocabulary word, okay? So this is what I want for you to do in one center. In the next center, you're going to be playing vocabulary Go Fish. Who has played Go Fish before? Okay, so we should all know the directions, but just in case you haven't played, Go Fish is, say I was playing with Moses. It's a card game. I'm going to have 5 cards. Moses is going to have 5 cards. There's going to be a deck of cards in the middle. Today we're playing with vocabulary words. But I'm going to give an example of how you would just normally play Go Fish. So I'm going to have 5 cards. Moses is going to have 5 cards. I'm not going to show him my cards. You do not want to show the person who you're playing with your cards because it's a secret. So if I have a number 5, I'm going to have to ask Moses, Moses, do you have a number 5? If he has a number 5, he's going to give it to me, and I'm going to put it down with my number 5, and that's a match. If he doesn't, he would say, no, go fish. I'd have to take a card from the pile in the middle. Now the person who gets the most matches wins. So when the first person is out of cards, then you count your matches, and whoever has the most matches wins. But now say I'm dealt my 5 cards, and I have 2 5s. I just got a match. So I'm going to take my 2 cards, my 2 5s, and put them down. Okay? So first you're going to be dealt 5 cards each. Then you're going to first check and see, do I have any matches? If you do, you're going to take your matches. But now how we're going to play vocabulary Go Fish is you're going to have to match the vocabulary word with the definition. So if I had roamed, instead of asking Moses, do you have roamed, I'm going to say, do you have to walk around aimlessly? So you have to know the definitions of the vocabulary words to get a match. So if he does have to walk around aimlessly, I'm going to take roamed and to walk around aimlessly and put it to the side, and I have a match. Okay, so here are the cards. So you're going to each get 5 cards, and then there's going to be a pile in the middle of the table. And that's how you're going to play. Okay, and I'm going to sit down with you, and I'm going to play the first game with each group so that you know how to play. And I'll explain the directions again if you need help. Okay? All right, so at this time, now we'll go into our guided reading center.
You want the next word. I want you to do journey as your next word in number 2. By yourself.
Every day.
You're going to do all of it by yourself. I'm going to give you now I want you to do, in the next box, I want you to do journey. Sure. So first you're going to draw an illustration of a journey. Then you're going to write a sentence with the word journey. Then you're going to write your own meaning for the word journey. And then you're going to write the vocabulary word journey. Where are you going? Where's your journey to? So she's walking along journey? Right on the and move on to the sentence. Sure. So once you finish your illustration, write a sentence and remember to underline your sentence. And after you do your sentence, you're going to do the meaning. You're going to give your own meaning. It doesn't have to be the meaning that we did during our lesson. Do whatever meaning you think of journey. The next word is what? You do be complete. for this, like just erase this picture. Thank you. That way, just your journey will be a different number than everybody else. Yeah, you can leave it if you just want to erase this then, and then rewrite that. Now do natural. Okay, and then now we just finish what you're doing right now, and